What's up, guys? Welcome to Tables, Ladders, and Bumps, a pro wrestling podcast where we talk about wrestling promotions such as WWE and AEW, give tinfoil wrestling theories, and debate pressing topics in the world of wrestling, all under 60 minutes, hopefully. I'm Wade, and I'm joined by Marlet, who's not here, Pierre, and Violet. Before we get into it, go ahead and hit a one wing angel onto that subscribe button and let's get into it. Today's topics are going to be Final Testament versus the Wyatt Six, uh, Full Gear for AEW. I know some people don't even know AEW exists, and uh, the women's US tournament, as well as WWE's ticket prices. So I think we're going to have some interesting views on there. We might have Marlon come into this podcast partway through. We're hoping he's able to show up. If not, we hope he's having a good time with his daughter. So
Have fun, man.
with without further ado, Pierre, you wanted to talk about Final Testament and the Wyatt Six?
Yeah, yes, I did. So, um,
Exactly, no pop.
God damn it.
Pop.
I was good with just the Miz. The way they kicked that promo off, the Miz kicked that promo off that vignette, and that was great. And then Karrion Cross comes in too, and the way they was just like playing off each other, it was like Dr. Dre and Eminem and Guilty Conscience, but just Guilty Conscience part, like just craziness. You had Karrion Cross in the back looking like just crazy at what Miz is saying. Miz is sounding so deranged in what he's coming across, and it's like it was like masterful. Like I feel like I haven't seen something that good in a long time. Outside of the Y6 stuff, the initial Y6 stuff, and then we get to the Y6 stuff. And I must have been editing or something. I wasn't really paying attention to TV. I was just listening. And then I look up and I'm like, is that Bray? And
Yeah.
I had to do like a double take. And I'm like, what is going on right now? And then he starts going. And I'm like, man, like this is just great. Like we had little interactions, but like this part is amazing again. Like just as like the showmanship of what's going on, like this feels like movie kind of. So I don't know. What did you just think about that?
Well, Miz and the Final Testament, I'm like super into them right now. Like I'm all about it. Miz and Karrion Cross have really good chemistry. I was kind of surprised how well they work together. I don't really remember them ever interacting at all too much
No.
before all this, but I think they're playing the like goofy villain parts like pretty well because it's kind of like
Mhm.
ridiculous. Like he's talking about getting like Scorsese for the Marine 7. It's like he's making fun of himself and everything because none of us think that the Marine 7 or whatever number they're on. I think he said Marine 7. How many have they had? 6?
Yeah.
But yeah, like all those movies are pretty terrible. So I don't know. I loved everything about it. I kind of miss Paul Ellering a little bit, like just
Mm-hmm.
being creepy in the background and weird.
On the
But
newspaper.
yeah, holding the newspaper and having a ring over the top of his gloves. So yeah, I liked that promo. I thought for the Wyatt Six stuff, that was one of their better promos in probably months. I thought.
Mm-hmm.
He still says crap that I don't even know what he's saying. You know what I mean? Like what I'm like, what does this mean? Like I can read it, and I still don't understand what you're saying. It's like some like like
It's so crazy.
Southern Gothic, like something I read from my Gothic literature class, like my freshman year of college. Like I'd read it, and I'm like, I mean, it's spooky. I don't know what the hell he's saying, but it was by far might be their best promo since the Eric Rowan one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they've not had very many good promos since then, I don't think.
No, and then, yeah, I agree. Those are the last like the Bo Dallas tapes, and then the Air Rowan tape. That was great, and then anything else after that was kind of like subpar. I think we talked about it before. Like we were kind of let down with the rest of it. You know,
Yeah,
but
like what is everyone else's story?
they have no story. So now when I say they come back and we get back to this point, and both sides are they killed that Monday night. Like, and everyone's just saying like how much Bro looks like Bray, and he's morphing into Bray, and I don't necessarily know if I like that. Like, I would like Bo to be Bo. I don't need a carbon copy of Bray. Like, so I don't know if we go in that direction. If you're paying homage to him, that's cool. But I don't want to see more Bray like in Bo, because Uncle Hottie is a different character than
Yeah.
Bray
I
being.
I just don't like Uncle Howdy that much. Like as like the
Mm-hmm.
mask and everything about it and the name, I hate kind of like Uncle Howdy
I,
is
think-
terrible name. Like just
I
almost
feel like we
everything
need
about it.
more of a back to the who is Uncle Hottie? Where did he come from? What's the origin of Uncle Hottie? Even because we knew what the Fiend was. We understood the backstory of the Fiend. It wasn't really in depth, but we got a generalization
Yeah.
of what the creation of the Fiend. Uncle Hottie, we still have no idea where this character popped up as. He just appeared back when Bray first came back, and then that was it. We never really got the in-depth story of what is Uncle Howdy, what's the reason from him. He's just a character in the Bray Wyatt universe.
Universe that probably likes Mountain Dew, I guess. So since he wasn't his debut that blackout match or
And Black Lives,
whatever.
Mountain Dew
Yeah.
and Black Lives.
So, which kind of fits with the like redneckish whole dynamic, which this is a slight sidebar. My sister did not know that Mountain Dew was like a redneck drink. Like I was like, yeah, rednecks love it. She's like, what? Really? I didn't know that. I'm like, you grew up in California way too long. I've lived in other places. I'm like, that's a. And then she started researching. She's like, oh, it's made as like a mixed drink for moonshine and a chaser. I'm like, yeah, that's redneck.
Yep.
so so yeah, I guess it makes sense that that was if they were gonna do a Mountain Dew drink, they were gonna do it for the backwoods people.
Yeah.
So corporate synergy, I guess. So you have anything else on that, Pierre?
No, no, that's not yet, man. Like I said, I just loved it, and I hope the matches live up to what we've been seeing. That's what I hope.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold my breath on that, but yeah, I'm a little bit worried about that part. The
Yeah.
acting and the funniness of Karrion Kross. He could wrestle.
Yeah.
Miz is not like great. He's not really a great worker. And then AOP is I don't know. They were good 7 years ago. I don't know what.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. But White Six has those people can go, and I want to
Yeah.
see Scarlett actually go too. So I'm kind of anytime Scarlett's on screen more, I'm a big fan. So uh, I got all Scarlett's merch, so gotta represent. She can actually wrestle. I've seen her stuff in TNA. So
I see a couple stuff. Yeah. See a couple stuff clips of her. So yeah.
yeah, we'll see. But all right, for my topic for what's poppin' is AEW Full Gear, which is this weekend. Uh the build up to Full Gear as like I'm probably the one that well, I know I'm the one that likes AEW the most out of the three of us.
Good.
It's been pretty terrible. I'll say like the build has not been particularly good. I think at the same time kind of WWE and AEW have been in kind of a weird um kind of I don't know, creativity issue like a little bit. And WWE's kind of pulled out of it, I think, with Survivor Series. It looks like they're
Mm-hmm.
building some of this good, but I felt like there was a bit of a lull, particularly with Blood Diamond pay-per-view with
Yeah.
creative and stuff. So But this card is going to be pretty sick, I think, which AEW kind of always delivers on.
How many matches?
There's 9 so far, I believe. So not that many. Um, Dynamite's going on right now. He'll probably add 4 more to the pre-match thing. I watched half a Dynamite, and it didn't seem
Okay.
like they added any more matches yet. So I was excited about that. They do have the dad from the Costco family. He's in the pre-match. You know the Boom people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I said I
He's
saw like a video of him recently. Yeah.
Yeah, like him and QT Marshall, who's like one of Cody Rhodes' best friends. They have a match in the pre-show, which if it's pre-show, I don't care if that's you could put Joffy McJofferson in that match. I don't really care because I don't watch a pre-match. So, but they have MJF versus Roderick Strong, which was Marlon's number 1 draft pick in AEW, if you remember correctly.
Yeah, I remember that.
So our number 1 AEW draft picks are going against each other. You have John Moxley versus Orange Cassidy, which will be probably a really good match. I think every match I've seen them wrestle has been good. Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher, who's kind of was Will Ospreay's like kind of protege. He
Okay.
he wrestles kind of like Will Ospreay, but he's probably 50 pounds heavier with a 6 pack. So it's pretty cool. Like he can't do all the flips, but he's got a really cool style. And then Swerve versus Bobby Lashley is like one of the other really big matches that uh, I'm excited for. And Swerve has been jumping Bobby Lashley all Dynamite episode with a chain. So I don't know. I'm excited for this card. Um, and then Mercedes Moné versus Chris Statlander. Have you, other than the Costco guy, I know you want to see that match a lot. Is there any
Can't wait.
match that you're gonna be looking out for out of those?
Um, Actually, I'm interested, definitely interested in Swerve versus Bobby Lashley, just because of like the Hurt Business. Like, so I don't want to go off too much on a tangent, but it feels like MVP has kind of been going on a rant, right? About, his time in WWE and
Yeah,
how the Hurt Business was mishandled. And so, like, I was thinking about this earlier, like, why do I feel a certain way about it? It's because I don't want to say like I'm a WWE travelist because I'm definitely open to AEW, but do I feel like slighted? Like you guys, you didn't resign or whatever the case may be. Now you're over at AEW, and I feel like you're taking every opportunity to kind of say some negative, and maybe it is true. It could be true. But there was a time in WWE I wanted to see the Hurt Business succeed. And I was kind of like confused when they kind of had that abrupt like split between Sheldon
yeah,
and Cedric. And then I was like, man, what's the point? Why did they do this? And then they broke up, and then they were trying to put it back together, but it didn't really fuse together. And then MVP linked up with Omos, and then they kind of went their own way. And then now everybody's over it in AEW except for Omos right now. So if they're able to get the story how they wanted it to be told in WWE over in AEW, I'm here for that. And like I said, I want to tune in more to see that part of what's going on. And I'm like, well, I'm always kind of disappointed in what they're doing with Swerve, right? I could be wrong, but he was champion a few months ago, and it seems like he hasn't gotten that shot back, and then he ended up in the match with Heyman, and he lost that. And then it seems like I don't know. I'm I always wonder like when do rematch quote unquote rematch clauses actually play a fact in wrestling? Any other time it's instant rematch clause sometimes. But now this dude who was the champion is kind of off, feeling like he's doing like side quest stuff, kind of. But I could be wrong.
yeah. The issue is that you have John Moxley as the champion right now, and
Hmm.
that's like kind of a whole storyline, and they can't have John Moxley lose. So it's better for Swerve to be in a side mission right now, than if they would have given him the because I don't think it's been bad because he had he had a good title reign, and then who
Mm,
did he lose to lose it? Danielson. That was like a sick match, and like having Danielson finally win the belt, I feel like was pretty awesome. Um,
mm,
and then having Danielson get murdered by John Moxley like a few months later was not preferred for me. But I don't. I mean, MJF lost the title and never got a rematch, and
mm.
that was in like January. So I don't know. I think that's kind of AEW doesn't always have a rematch thing right away. Because yeah, if
Okay.
MJF has longest title reign and then still hasn't challenged for the belt yet, and he lost it in January, so he was off hurt for a bit. But you
Yeah.
would think with MJF, he's doing his side missions right now too. So
Okay.
since he's come back, it's been I think Swerve's kind of story is people are more into it because it's the hurt business thing. It's pretty
Mm,
popular. The side mission that MJF is in is like doo doo butter. Like everyone hates it. He's feuding with Adam Cole, and Adam Cole was like the devil last year, like did all this terrible stuff to him. But like MJF is a heel again, so they have to make Adam Cole the good guy. But it makes no sense, and the
yeah.
crowd is against the whole thing. It's terrible. So I feel like Swerve's in a good spot right now, even though he's not challenging. It could be worse. He could be MJF right now in a feud with Adam Cole that no one wants it. No one wants it. Everyone wants this Bobby Lashley Swerve thing. I think Swerve's
Right.
hurt right now too.
Okay.
Uh, he posted like an X-ray and it looks like he has a separated shoulder. He's gonna lose to Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
You have to have him lose, otherwise,
What's
hurt
the point of bringing
business
them
is
over?
yeah. The hurt
Yeah.
business is useless. So I think if Swerve's hurt and they're gonna use this as a thing to like work the injury, and then you mean Bobby beat him. That's a good fine situation for me, but they are booking black people as a whole better than WWE, I would say,
Yeah.
since they have the tag champs. It's like they had, and Mercedes is a champ too. Like,
Yeah.
so oh, Marlon's here. We're
Oh,
gonna.
Mark's in the house.
What's up, man?
Yeah,
What's up, guys?
We were
you
just
made it.
talking about how your number one AEW draft pick is going against my number one AEW draft pick at the pay per view this weekend.
All right, big
Roderick Strong versus MJF.
nice. Sorry I'm late,
So
guys. It was date night tonight, so couldn't miss
That's
it.
all good, man.
I brought
Sorry.
my
Wait,
date
do
here,
you
so
want
you're
to
good.
do you want Marlon's topics real quick?
Yeah, you want to do your Big Bronson Reed topic?
Yeah, okay, so for my what's poppin', I was literally popping off the couch. It was crazy.
Pause.
The um so Bronson Reed joining the new bloodline. Is that anything you guys foresaw? I know I sent out that meme of like a prediction. It was somebody said Bronson was going to join the new and Seth with the old, but you swing wildly with these guesses. But did you guys think that Bronson Reed would actually be a part of the bloodline?
I didn't. I did not think so. I
No.
I still don't even think Seth's gonna be in it. I'm like
Mm,
iffy on that, for
mhm.
sure. But no, it's a good addition, and I did not even think about it. That was not someone I assumed it was gonna be like Hikuleo or
Mhm.
someone. I mean, they got
Yeah.
like 50 Samoans somehow related to The Rock signed through now like the ID thing too. So
Yeah,
yeah, they're like Zilla, I think, is somehow signed. Also,
right.
they got a million
Yeah.
Samoans, but
Yeah. They get people.
it's like Bronson Reed has like you mean Pacific Islander tattoos on him, and he
Hmm.
might as
Yeah.
well put him with the
Yeah.
Samoans. Is he
Yeah.
Samoan?
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
he is.
know.
Yeah.
Is he? Okay.
think
Yeah,
so.
like you said, I
Yeah,
know he's got the tribals. He's got the tribals on, which like you can't be a non-islander and get those on, it's just not right.
Yeah,
So,
you can. There's a bunch of white people with them. They're really cool.
I just learned that Filipinos have their own tribals, like in the same fashion. Um, and they have they look similar. I would never get it still because I just don't have the physique or the tan for it. But yeah, Bronson, I guess, is Samoan. I thought he was like New Zealandish, if anything, but yeah. Pierre, what about you?
no, I can't complain about it. Like I like the idea. I probably would have preferred it to be Cody and KO. I just think that might have made a little more sense to me that way. But for Bronson Reed to get this opportunity to be in a match like this is great.
Mhm.
Like I
Yeah.
kind of felt like after the Monster versus Monster match, like what's next for him? Then he's up against Seth
Mhm.
Rollins. And I'm like, oh man, he lost the crown jewel. And I'm like, oh man, like they built
Mhm.
him up just for him to lose. And then he was able to win this past Monday, with
Mhm.
the help of Solo coming out in a surgical mask for some reason. Uh, but he won, so that was a plus for him, and now
Why
he's
was
in.
that?
Why was he-
Why was he wearing the mask? Is he sick? I don't know. Then he took it off though. You don't know what the deal was
Yeah.
with that.
And now he's been injected into the biggest wrestling storyline right now, the hottest storyline.
Mhm.
So I think that's great for him. So I'm happy about that part. Seth Rollins' part, I know people are still iffy about it, but if you got Bronson Reed, it only kind of makes sense for
Yeah.
Seth Rollins to be into it.
Mhm.
Like who else is gonna be into the match besides Seth Rollins that has a problem with Bronson Reed?
Braun
Like
Strowman.
Yeah, he tore his
that's true.
I
growing.
know.
Yeah, he got just some stretching.
Or
So
did he?
uh, no,
He got a cooch contusion.
He had a crotch botch.
Yeah. I think everyone hates Bronson Reed technically. Hasn't he attacked almost everyone on the roster? Like you could find someone that's like, and then you just show a video of him ruining their match. He's ruined everyone's match at some point this year. Like on Raw, like you could put Lua Kaiser in it, you could put Sheamus, you could put like at Chad Gable, like you could put really anyone into it if you wanted. He's definitely messed up what's his name's matches too, right? Braun Breaker. He has to have messed
is
up
it?
one of Braun. I'd be shocked if he did not ruin one of Braun Breaker's matches.
Hmm.
I don't
I
remember. I
don't
don't
know.
remember. I know Pete
It,
Dunne has played a big role in the matches.
yeah, let's not. I don't want him
Maybe
in
kind
that.
of
That's,
so
I'm
yeah.
good with. I'm good with Pete Dunne not in that match. To be honest, like I want like he can wrestle, but it's not like his style of wrestling is not conducive to that, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but if like
To a war game?
yeah, like I want to see Bronson Reed get on top of that whole freaking thing and tsunami someone, but someone might die. I don't know if that's something you
Hmm.
could
Hmm.
actually do. If he does a tsunami off that top of that cage, I will go freaking nuts. I'll buy another Bronson Reed shirt.
You'll buy the elite package for Royal Rumble. That's what you'll do.
No, we're not doing that. But yeah, I've liked it though. Overall,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then the visuals of him standing next to Jacob Fatu, I thought were pretty cool too. So,
Oh yeah.
um,
Yeah, I
I
like that a
mean,
lot too.
the new natural disasters or something, that'd be pretty sweet if they went on a little tag
I guess
run.
that would be kind of a cool tag team instead of
Yeah.
having him with Tongaloa.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? You have like the most dangerous person and then the most dangerous person to your own team on the same team. It's like the Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote on the same team.
Yeah, that's it for me for my What's Poppin', man. Bronson Reed and the new bloodline. Didn't see it come in. I love it. Here for it. I want to see more, especially between him and Jacob Fatu. So that'd be cool. And then if for whatever reason Braun Breaker joins the OG line,
Woo!
I mean that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. But hopefully, I don't know. They'll keep us on our toes about it. What section are you guys on right now? What did I come in on?
We just finished what's popping, but we have two tinfoil theories. So I was thinking I could do my tinfoil theory right now, and then
Okay.
at the end of three count, Pierre, you want to do yours?
Yeah, cool.
All right, let's
All
do
right.
that.
Okay. So my tinfoil theory has to do with Kevin Owens, who was mentioned in this last uh, section that Pierre wanted him in War Games, but I think I figured out why Kevin Owens is doing everything that he's doing. He did it for The Rock. That's what I think. So that is my theory. If you look at it, Bloodline 2.0 is taking care of part of Cody's alliances, and then Kevin Owens is taking care of the rest of them by
Mm,
doing this. So if you look, like this is would be if the Rock's you mean master manipulator and doing this
hmm
after War Games. There's no one left in theory to help Cody out. So you have Randy Orton was basically murdered with a OK power bomb or a pile driver.
I'll drive.
Pile driver. You got Sami Zayn. He's aligned with Roman. They're dealing with the new bloodline, and yeah, I think he's doing it for The Rock, just like Rikishi. And
Doing it for the
I
final
was also
boss.
thinking, who's The Rock's like biggest or most popular, well-known adversary? Stone Cold.
Cody, the Stone Cold.
Who's the
Okay.
last person that wrestled Stone Cold? Kevin Owens.
KO. Hmm.
This is exactly how
That's
people make up conspiracy theories, right there.
Uh-huh.
So,
doing the
so
science.
KO did it for The Rock. That's my tinfoil theory.
I like it.
All right. I like it too.
Switching switching topics. We're going with our three count now. And Pierre, you wanted to talk about the US women's tournament. Oh, let's hear what you
Yes.
got on that.
So I'm happy that it wasn't battle royale. But I think we kind of expected it to be that. Everybody's just getting here and you guys just battle it out and the winner wins, right? Um, so we got a bunch of triple threat matches to start off the opening round. Excuse me, which is, I mean, it's cool. We get to see as many people, women, compete as possible. For it. And I'm sure we should get some good matches out of it. I just hope that it just doesn't. Oh man, I just wanted the best possible people to come out on top of it, right? We got Bailey. We got Bailey to come out in the victory. I think we got another match next week with Chelsea Green, maybe Meechin and Bianca. I think.
Yeah.
And
Blair
not Chelsea Green, Bianca.
Davenport. It's Blair Davenport.
Yep, there we go. At that point. And actually, I was just like, man, where's she been at? But that's that she's back. I'm still picking Chelsea Green to come out somehow as the champion. I just don't know who could be the last two people. I don't know the final, but I'm hoping Chelsea Green is one of the finalists. Well, how did you guys feel about the start of the tournament?
I can go. I think that first match was pretty good, in my opinion. It was cool that we got to see BFAB. I was
Mm-hmm.
hoping I was initially thinking with this tournament they were gonna have people from Raw also in it.
Right.
Because there's like double the amount of female wrestlers on Raw, so it was just kind of random that oh no, it's just all of SmackDown. Um, which quick side note, I feel like they're gonna do one for Raw, like Intercontinental, because they've done more vignettes and stuff with female wrestlers on the Raw. I don't know if you guys noticed that they had the Lyra Valkyria one and someone else. I can't remember who it was, but they had like pretty good vignettes for them. Um, so I'm hoping they do that at the beginning of the new year. But I think it's pretty good. That match, I have no idea. Bianca and Chelsea, because I could see shenanigans be the reason that Bianca loses, and then Chelsea just kind
Yeah.
of lucks into it, which would be kind of awesome. But Bianca versus Bailey is like kind of a sick match.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Who's even on the other side?
You got Jade, Michin, and Piper in one match. You got Naomi, Tiffany, and Elektra Lopez.
So Naomi's winning that
Hmm.
because Tiffany has Money in the Bank.
Mm. So
Whoa, what?
possibly
What?
Dave versus Naomi on that one side.
So Bailey and Bianca are on the same side. Um, and then the other side, it would be Jade versus Naomi.
Yeah, I don't see. Maybe Tiffany could win
Hmm.
that side. That's kind of what I would prefer, but I just don't. They've been having her lose a lot recently,
Hmm.
so I don't.
What if she loses in a tournament and still cashes in and becomes the first U.S. Women's Champion?
I
Would
would
you guys
hate
be
that
cool with
so
that?
much. No, I would
Yeah.
hate that. That'd be the worst option ever. Like you should challenge. Like she's. Do you think put her on the same level as Austin Theory?
No.
Okay, well then she shouldn't challenge for a U.S. title.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I think Tiffany's like a legit. She's like 24, 25 right now.
Yeah.
I think like I mean Austin Theory's young too, but um she's like legit potentially like a main event person, I think. And I think that's a waste of money in the bank. Like I didn't get the order the Tiffany in the bank briefcase for it to be used on the US title. I want that used on the world title.
Not too late to return it, right?
No, I think it is too late. I ordered it like 5 months ago.
But they haven't shipped it out yet. You could cancel it.
I don't know how that works. So I'd be so
Uh,
mad if she lost and then used it on US title. I would actually, usually I don't care about stuff. I would legitimately be livid. That would make me, that's like one of the things that would make me legitimately mad. Like I would be pissed.
I think the hardest bracket for me to choose from with the first match would be between Jade, Michin, and Piper. Because I think they all had to have good reasons to advance. But I feel that we've mentioned Michin's name a lot as far as like mid carders or people who've had
Hmm.
momentum during that time. I think she has a pretty good shot as far as at least making it to the semifinals. But but yeah, I don't know. Could be anybody's game right now.
I think that's the one that people care the least about though too.
It is. You're right. People, because Jade has the star power, right? So they
Kinda.
want her to do well
In
amongst
theory,
those
she
three.
is yeah, I get.
Amongst those three, right? Piper could be a dark horse uh because she's also been doing well this year. So I don't know.
I mean, Michin got that star power. Remember when you started liking her when she changed her hair, Marlon?
Yeah.
She got
You
the
realize
new hair
she had hair.
color.
It looks a lot.
He's like, man, she looks like I had to give you a hard time on that because everyone else noticed that all of a sudden her gazongas were out on her outfit. You're like, oh, she doesn't have blue hair anymore. So okay, yeah, I don't know. I think they're doing a pretty good job with that though. That first match over delivered in my opinion,
Hmm.
and they're
Hmm.
having the finale at Saturday Night Main Event. The thing I kept thinking
Yep.
was a joke that you guys were hyping up, and I'm like, I guess it's a legit thing. Okay, they're having the finals of that tournament at that, so that's kind of cool. Um, but yeah, you have anything else on that, guys?
No.
Hmm.
Nope.
Pierre,
Uh,
wait, Pierre, who do you want to win it?
I
If
want
not
Chelsea Green.
if Chelsea, okay, all right,
Oh, if not Chelsea, I mean, I think the obvious pick would be Bailey.
okay.
You know, so
All right.
Bailey, I'm most excited to see what happens with this Survivor Series thing because
Mhm.
I uh I kind of think she's gonna get involved in some way. So I
Mm.
don't know. There's like a weird vibe that I'm feeling with
Yeah.
her. So um next, Marlon, you wanted to talk about the pre-tape shows.
Yeah. I just want to put it out. It'll be real quick because I feel people make a big deal out of pre-tape shows versus when they're happening in real time. And
Hmm.
granted, there are logistical things that have to take place, like film two shows in one night, and while doing that, they have to keep the crowd hot. And the crowd has I don't know, some type of moral ethic code to not spoil stuff, right? Even though stuff has been
Yeah.
spoiled. So, how do you guys feel about these pre-tape shows, especially during this time of year? I know that WWE is doing it for the sake of work-life balance, supposedly, for these superstars. But how do you feel about pre-tape shows? Do they anger you? Are you not affected by it at all? And I'll share my thoughts after you guys.
You can go ahead, Pierre.
Uh, Dude, it don't bother me. Like it's cool because I'm gonna watch the show no matter what, right? Like to me knowing it's pre-tape, it's still gonna be live to me. You know, I still have the feeling of it's live. I'm still gonna watch it when I watch it. You know, and so even if sometimes when it's recorded live, I still might watch it the next day because I just tired or just got stuff going on. So
Mhm,
um, I think it's more so the idiots that want to spoil it. You know,
mhm,
and I think it's more so people want to spoil it so they get likes and clicks, you know, on their pages or whatever, they get traffic or whatever. Because why spoil the show for everyone else? This is
mhm.
supposed to all be a community of people and we supposed to be vibing together. So why ruin the show just for likes and views for something? And
Right.
likes and views, you haven't getting paid. You're doing it for the free. So what's the point?
Oh, they
If you
get
can just
paid
make some
now.
money from
They get paid by likes now on Twitter.
it, they do.
Yeah, it's like actually an issue because people like you have like troll accounts that just say things to make people mad or whatever, and that's like their whole thing, and they make money from stirring up
Oh,
problems in the
we
country.
didn't get on Twitter. But I
Yeah,
mean, for most part, I just catch stuff on IG, you know,
yeah.
and people just run with everything so quickly.
Instagram has the yeah. Instagram doesn't do that. Yeah, but Twitter
Yeah,
does.
but everybody run things so quickly on IG, and it's like, for what? You know, like you guys doing all this for what? At the end of the day, hey, I was there. We knew Rio was coming back. We knew that the Bloodline 2.0 was there, and they had attacked stuff, or interfered in the match and all this stuff. And it's like, you know, save it. You guys, I don't know what the ticket price is it the same ticket price as
It is
going
the
to a
same
regular
ticket
show?
price.
Or
It is.
so man, y'all got a bonus right there. You already got
Mhm,
that was a big offering. If you paid one price for one show and got two shows out of it, two shows for the price of one,
mhm.
I'll be happy about that. You know, I mean that's enough to make someone jealous or something like that. But all that spoiling for the sake of spoiling, I don't know. It's just terrible right now. I feel like it's worse than ever for some reason. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah, I somehow avoided the spoilers of Rhea Ripley coming back for a whole week, and
Mhm.
then I went to watch or I went because I had like practice that I was coaching at, so I missed
Hmm.
Raw, and then I like for some reason like as I was like getting dressed to leave practice, I like opened up Instagram and saw she was part of the the thing, and I was like, well, that sucks. I made it a week without getting it spoiled, and then I got it spoiled 1 minute before I turned on Raw. I was like, that sucks, kind of. So, but it is what it is. I don't. Yeah, I think some people feel like the crowds like die out, but like that
Mhm.
crowd kind of sucked last week too. So it's not like
Hmm.
they weren't any worse for this show because they were tired. They were kind of not good the whole time, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just you hope that if you have to record on something, it's like in Chicago or somewhere where it's going to be
Yeah.
yeah pretty hot. Um, Where was this? Ann Arbor, Michigan, I think. I think it was
Yeah,
Michigan.
similar mission. Yeah.
I mean, it was fun, but yeah, the crowd wasn't. But also, there wasn't that good of a product either out. I don't think the
Yeah.
last 2 weeks.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I don't mind. I try to stay off social media. Usually, if I get things spoiled, it's by Marlon, so and not actually on Twitter. So, generally, that 90% of the time it gets spoiled. Uh, but yeah, that's mostly just because CW has their. I can't watch it the day before, and then
Hmm.
I'm trying to watch it today, and then it makes me watch the same part over 5 times because their app's terrible. So
Mhm.
it doesn't bother me though. Anything else, you guys, on that?
No,
No,
not
no.
really. But it really doesn't bother me either. I mean, I don't know why people complain about it, but WWE is trying to do right, supposedly by these wrestlers to allow them to go and have a vacation. And you wouldn't be able to tell either way. I couldn't tell you where the last 3 or 4 recordings were. So I'm just gonna, like you said, Pierre, watch the show. That's it.
Yeah.
Uh, well, you brought up how WWE was doing something right by helping their wrestlers. I'm gonna bring up how they're screwing all of us, the fans, with these damn ticket prices. Uh, it's gotten ridiculous. Like all of us, all three of us have good jobs. We're not like
Hmm.
you mean penny pinching or anything. And some of these things are getting to the point where we're like, what am I gonna have to like donate a kidney or something? Like
Yeah.
it's for just a Raw, that first Raw in LA that's for Netflix. What was the Marlon, what did you say the prices were again? Oh, section
250,
250 for the nosebleeds, right?
250 for nosebleeds. Anywhere near the floor, like lower bowl was about like about 400. And then the floor,
And
like ringside, was about 1,200 to 1,900
and that
per
lower
ticket.
bowl, that was like last row in the lower bowl
Hmm.
too. I think for like 450 because I was seeing a lot of those were like 600 to
Hmm.
like 1,000 on the lower bowl,
Hmm.
Yep.
which is for a Raw.
Right. Right.
That place seats a lot of people too.
Hmm.
That's not like some intimate thing. Like the Ontario one, I think only seats 5 to 7,000. I
Hmm.
think this is going to be like 10,000 or something.
Mm.
Hmm.
So, I mean, they're getting crazy. Pierre, didn't you say? Explain your thing, because didn't you say your price for the Royal Rumble was what was that comparable to?
So, so where I started last year for Mania, I was further back, but I'm paying the same amount as I paid for Mania this year for the Rumble, and I'm closer. Still crazy with the prices, but and that initial price for Mania when it first dropped, it wasn't a joke. That stuff was like 15 between 15 to like 20,000 for row three to the front row, even more so. And then my thing is too, like sometimes on location works out great. It's a good thing when you put it all
Yeah.
together. When you kind of look at it, you do get like a good value out of it. But let's say I don't want to do on location. Now I can't. If I had the money to, well, if I had the money to, I'd probably do on location. But if I didn't want to do it, I can't get the row one and row two because that's already been designated on location and stuff.
Hmm.
And so everything after that now is for the regular people, so premium seating or whatever. So on location takes all of that. So either you have to do on location now to get the front row or second row, or you just gotta hope that something else happens. Someone sells some ticket or somewhere to get ringside. And then, but they even they looked at on location. I think I sent you guys a screenshot for on location for Raw.
Uh-huh.
That floor was like 5,000.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah. For a
and
Raw.
yeah, you still get. You might meet some wrestlers and stuff like that, and that's okay. But who they expect to who's buying tickets like that? You know, are we turning? Is it turning into like the Staples Center when you got like Jack Nicholson sitting courtside? Is that what we're trying to
That's
get to?
who's gonna go to this? If like even like we're like this is a bit too much. Like because
Yeah.
like if I'm getting like that, like I know Pierre, you get like a little bit closer than me, but I flew to SummerSlam. I flew to uh a bunch of stuff last year. Like I flew out this year to go to see AEW for Wrestle Dream. Like I don't mind spending the money, but
Mhm.
like to compare, and obviously like WWE is way hotter right now than AEW, but for All In, which is AEW's WrestleMania essentially, and obviously it's only one night, but for premium floor seats where you're in the first 5 rows, you get a commemorative chair, which you could sell those things on eBay for a lot of money, like probably a few $100, even for an AEW one, I would guess. Um, Pre-show appearances, you get pre-show ringside photos with championship belts, um, free seat to their Friday show, premium merch pack. They give you merch too. Uh,
That's
you get and then you get to take pictures with a bunch of like superstars for AEW. That's 1,350 for like
yeah.
all that, and you're in the first 5 rows. And I will tell you, like I like honestly AEW's overall show and stuff. It hasn't been as good the last few months as WWE and stuff. Like whatever. But if I'm All In is gonna have way better matches, I would bet my
Mhm.
life savings on it than the Royal Rumble or that Raw that's on Netflix. Like I would bet my money on that and think about how much. Like I think more people should start looking into if you want to go to wrestling stuff. I think WWE is getting to the point where they're pricing themselves out of normal people's pay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like their budget. Because like I don't have kids, I don't have anything, and if it's getting to, and I'll spend money on stuff. But if it's getting to the point where I'm like, ugh, that's a bit much for me. Who's going to these shows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like people who ain't gonna cheer a lot of the time, probably. I don't know
Yep.
what some bougie ass people. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
getting to the point, right, Pierre? Like you're like
Yeah.
it's getting what it was it like 20,000 for first few rows or something at Mania?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You
Dog, that's
know.
wild.
But you get to meet the Undertaker.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm sure I'm gonna have a stimulating conversation about politics with him and Kane. So yeah, I'll pass on that one.
Respect the business.
So
Uh,
yeah, I think it's yeah. I just feel like it's getting to a point where AEW might be. People should maybe start not hating AEW so much and be like, if I want to see something cool, like it's affordable. So what do you guys think?
Yeah.
Else do you guys think about it?
No, no. I think we kind of all in agreement with it. Like the prices are. I saw a reel where people started to track the ticket prices of the manias throughout the years, and there was a time maybe WrestleMania was 13 was like $200, you know, and now we get from that point WrestleMania 13 to WrestleMania 41 from $200 to $27,000 or $20,000. You know, it's crazy, but for that, you know. So I don't know, man. Um, it takes a lot to try to even like try to plan it. You know, like
Yeah.
you have to, and then too. So even when I see people, other people, content creators, and they go into Mania, they go into Royal Rumble, they go into all these events, and it's like, well, the reason why I started to try to sit where I sat it because I sat somewhere before, and I was like, man, like I want to get closer, and so it was possible for me to do so, but it's not possible for me to sustain that at this
Mm-mm.
rate if it's
No.
steep, you know. So hopefully they make a decision, do something.
The Triple H is going to blame it on Biden. So, like, oh, so it's the inflation because of Biden. I bet you if they asked something about that in an interview, he'd probably say something like that. And it's like, no, you guys are just greedy. Let's
yeah.
keep it real.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, there's no way the Rumble should cost the same as WrestleMania last year,
Right.
which is what it's
Yeah,
gotten to.
Right.
Not even close. In
Well, I even think about our Rumble tickets that we bought this year through On Location, and it's like that was dirt cheap compared to what the
It was
ticket
less, it
prices
was
are
less than
now.
$500, right? Wasn't it
Yeah,
like
I
three?
think it was like 300 or 250, but it came with a SmackDown party with meeting superstars, and it came with like a whole bunch of other perks, and that was through On Location. And
Yeah.
now a nosebleed seat with nothing is like that same price. It's crazy.
Mm.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, when we bought our WrestleMania tickets, Wade, when we were over the phone, I literally had that Ben Affleck like 300 like 1,000 mile stare like after I bought the tickets. Like I was like, I can't believe I just pulled that much money for this, and now I got a penny pinch for the rest of the year if I'm going to be able to afford a lot of other things. So when we're talking about ticket prices now, I'm doing like opportunity costs of like, okay, it's gonna cost me 750 to go watch this Raw for 3 hours, or I could buy a new furniture set for my living room, or like, or I told you guys, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna buy Raw tickets yet, but I really want to get a flat screen TV and like a new entertainment system plus a PS5. So they're really causing me to think like, okay, what else can I do with that money? As much as I still love the product, it's like, is it even worth going to an event other than having FOMO? Which I probably will for that Raw, but if we're going to Mania, I'm cool with that for now.
I think we should
Yeah.
all just go to
Also,
All In. Let's go All In. First 5 row, guys.
All in, all in for all in.
I'm gonna go. I think. I think I'm gonna get that pass.
Is it
First
in
5.
Dallas?
Yeah,
Is it
it's
in
in
Dallas?
Texas. Yeah.
Hmm.
and then
I
also real
mean,
quick, so even you look at the price tickets just for the event, you got to keep in mind also all the other stuff that goes on. So like we had the brunch, that's 350. You know,
Yeah.
and
WWE
then if they
World.
might have another like meeting, yeah, that too. Like there's so much other stuff that's also involved in these events that go on that you also probably want to be a part of too. So it's
Hmm.
a lot. You know, it's getting out of hand, yo.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So that's it for our 3 count. Uh, Pierre, you've got your tinfoil theory.
Careful.
Yeah, and
Yep.
then we'll head out.
All right, let's get into the tinfoil theory. Let's do it.
All right. I've been slacking on my craziness with my 10-4. So I think this week I came through with a good one. So I've been, this dude has been on fire for a long time. People are jealous of him. All he eat is chicken tendies. He's had, he left one baddie to another baddie. I'm talking about Dominic Mysterio. And my theory is I got Dom win Money in the Bank and cashing in and becoming a
Oh
world heavyweight
man.
champion because he's he's done enough. He's put enough attention on himself to where he's the most hated heel right now in the WWE. And what better way to put even more heat on him, but then him to win the world title? We already knew that he was going to betray Rhea Ripley, and that put the heat on him that way. So Dom as Royal Heavyweight Championship, I can only imagine the Omega level red boos are going to be cascading down from the fans when he's world champion. I see that for Dom next year, 2025.
I just hope you're right.
I hope you're
That's a
right
great
too.
tip. Yeah, I honestly kind of wanted him to win it this year. And he wasn't even in the match. They had Drew McIntyre with that weird thing. You imagine if he dates Tiffany Stratton in kayfabe too? You know how mad people. I'm trying to think of any other baddie that he could go to that would piss people off as much.
Now on the main roster, yeah, they go down to NXT, but
I mean,
The whole roster.
they could bring some cake up to the main
yeah,
roster for sure. So I'm trying to like if Stephanie Vaquer came up and then he started dating her, that would probably I bet people would lose their damn minds. He's like, yeah, I'm the real luchador. I would be so hyped. Yeah, that's an awesome tinfoil theory.
That'd be great.
That's a 10 out of 10. Like, I don't think that's.
Far fetched.
I think, well, it is a big investment and a
Hmm.
big
yeah.
gamble, a bit,
Hmm.
especially after you just wasted a money in the bank on Drew McIntyre.
Hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but that would be awesome. I
But
would be.
they could prop Dom up so fast as far as like mainstream media goes, like as far as his dad's legacy and then him fighting against his dad's legacy because he's so good as far as staying kayfabe, even on interviews and stuff. He rides that line so well. Like, I don't know. I think Roman does it pretty well too, as far as being like playing the role of him, but also being professional in wherever he is, like being interviewed and stuff. So
Maybe they'll do it in Japan and Logan Paul can be in it too.
yeah, maybe.
I'm kidding. Definitely not. He's still not
So
allowed there.
I think that title would be rocket fuel for his reputation and even for the business. I think they would know exactly how to prop him up.
Yeah,
He's
because
perfect
I
for
just feel
that.
like over the last few years, like he's really come into that role of being a heel. It took him a minute, but now he's embraced it, and I think yeah, he's gonna get the boost, and then too he catches in on John Cena.
Oh,
He
I would be
catches in on
so
John Cena.
hyped. I mean, I'd be the one person cheering there.
That'd be great. That'd be
Yeah,
great.
Or CM Punk.
Or CM Punk. Whoever the most
yeah.
beloved face is at that time.
I
Absolutely.
mean, it'd be John Cena because he's on the farewell tour. What
Hmm.
better way to
Yeah.
end someone's farewell tour than Dominic Mysterio
Hmm.
cashing in on you and becoming a world champion?
Even
Hmm.
better if he cashed it on The Rock and beat The
Yeah.
Rock. There's no way The Rock would let
So funny.
that happen.
Rock would never.
Cody Rhodes would be kind of awesome if he
That'd
did
be
it to
great
Cody
too.
Rhodes because that's
Hmm.
like the best baby, like the most pure baby face,
Hmm.
like that people actually like. John Cena with the farewell thing, that's a good option, I think, though. But dang, you guys have anything else?
Nope.
No, that is it.
Subscribe. We're trying to get to 500 before the end of the year. We'd appreciate if y'all shared and liked and got the word out.
Yeah, let us know if you think Dominic Mysterio is the next Money in the Bank. If you think KO did it for The Rock, let us know what you think. If
It's a
you
good
think
one.
we're stupid in the comments, we also really enjoy that
Hmm.
when people tell me I'm the dumbest person ever alive. But yeah, let us know in the comments below. And yeah, thanks guys. That's our episode for this week.